Leafy got banned because he was being an idiot, dude. I'm sorry, boys, but this should be obvious enough from the comment he made in response to someone joking that someone killed Pokimane. I mean, look at this, dude.
Someone needs to kill Pokimane.
HDR recon scope. I'd use the OG. Are you out of your fucking mind? You have a channel with millions of followers and a Twitter with hundreds of thousands of followers, and you honestly think YouTube in 2020 is gonna look at what you said and say, yeah, that's cool, that's okay, I'm okay with you saying that? When I saw that for the first time, I just was like, okay, Leafy, you're so done, dude. Like, no amount of saying it's just a joke is gonna make YouTube any less merciful. YouTube has become so aggressive when it comes to content they believe harass people on things that are like sexist, mocking appearances, or, you know, joking around with someone talking about murdering someone on Twitch. Are you insane, Leafy? Like, why would you think that YouTube would be okay with this, dude? Now, I'm not trying to say I support YouTube's decision. For one, it's just a bad precedent that if YouTube thinks you're taking things quote-unquote too far by their own standards, they can delete you from their platform based on their own thoughts. Just look at this one clip that was an interview with Keemstar and Leafy.
The first thing is, do you know why you've been banned? Your channel says that it was harassment and bullying. Like, did YouTube tell you what 3 videos caused your channel to go down?
YouTube sent nothing. I went through all my emails. There was no like, this video has been removed or this video, because I was expecting like it would be like 3 different, you know, emails in a row, but no, it's just it's just saying your channel has been suspended essentially.
That is scary, dude. YouTube could one day decide, nope, you're gone, you took things too far, and ignore the strike system, and suddenly your channel is gone. What's weird is that Leafy has gotten strikes before on his channel, but they have been overturned and taken back. So one day YouTube was like, nah, instead of just giving him a strike, we're just gonna go ahead and delete your channel and cut out the middleman. That doesn't seem fair and consistent from YouTube that they could one day take things up another level and delete your channel without making a statement why, like in this clip.
That's it.
Did you have any strikes prior to your channel being terminated? Because I know you got some in the past, but like you complained to YouTube and they reversed them so that they made a mistake.
No, I had one, I think, warning, but I had no strikes besides that. So yeah, it was super random, dude.
YouTube is aware that drama is always around the corner, and they just don't want people to be insulting others based on their looks, make sexist comments, or have YouTubers inciting people to harass people they don't like, which I think is fair and understandable. But the fact is, this will definitely lead to some double standards with what they deem as taking things too far. And that is scary when it comes to whether a channel gets deleted or not. In this context though, Leafy has gotten slapped on the wrist in the past. I mean, look at this tweet he made. I believe H3H3 Productions is trying to get my channel deleted. Had to private all my videos. Just got 2 channel strikes a day for harassment on my new videos. Another strike, my channel gets deleted. The videos that received strikes for the H3H3 Productions one and the I'm Alex one nearly at the same time. Again, I don't know if it's H3H3 Productions, but yeah, that's my current situation at YouTube. Both videos were hardly crude, but not explaining details. Fun website. So Leafy had to have been aware of the changes to what YouTube deemed harassment, mainly about mocking people's appearances. I mean, in Leafy's H3H3 video when he makes fun of Ethan when he was making all these comments that Leafy would never survive in this community, and Leafy just responds by saying Ethan was fat and disgusting, and then ends the video right there. I'm not gonna lie, I did laugh at that. But YouTube's policies are changing to the point that making fun of people based on their looks or appearance can get your videos deleted, and Leafy had to have been aware about that. I mean, come on, man. He was actually privating all of his videos because he realized he would have gotten deleted if he got another strike. That's why it blew my mind when Leafy was dumb enough to mention in his video that he thought Pokimane was ugly and referenced this tweet Keemstar made about her being 2 out of 10. I mean, are you stupid, dude? You already almost had your channel deleted because you called Ethan fat, and now you're doing this again, thinking that it won't be any different? Now, personally, I don't think his Pokimane video as a whole was the reason he got banned. In all honesty, I think it was a combination of the tweet response he made and the comment about Pokimane's appearance. It's the same reason that IDEP's content comp on Leafy, where he legit said he was going to bully Leafy on his chin, got deleted. I still think this is a dark precedent that YouTube wants to be the judge, jury, and executioner of your channel, and that's scary to think about. Personally, I think that Leafy should just be getting a month or 2 ban on his account to hammer in his head that you can't just insult people like that, but in this case, he's just being dumb and forgetting what got him in trouble in the first place, man. YouTube keeps changing the rules of what you can and can't say, and it's hard for people to always be adapting to it, but if they're going to change the rules, they better be more consistent with how they punish people, with emphasis on giving them a chance to correct themselves instead of saying, nope, you said a streamer is ugly, bye bye. But I do want to be honest there, even if people can't really accept it, Leafy is a dumbass, dude. He didn't adapt to the new rules YouTube set in place even after he got warned multiple times, and he kept harassing people on what they look like. If I was in that situation where YouTube was just at my fucking throat, just waiting for me to mess up one more time before they deleted my channel, I would be so on edge. I would be very careful about every single word I said out, and Leafy just didn't do that. I don't think he realized this isn't the Wild West 2016 YouTube where people were just always roasting each other non-stop without consequence. There was so much drama happening that year with content cops and Leafy's own audience turning on him once they realized he was kind of a pussy. Leafy just validated a standard for YouTube to say, look, we just banned someone who called people on our platform fat and ugly. We're in the right for banning him. And to make things worse, Leafy can't keep his mouth shut. It is insane. He says the dumbest things without thinking how people react. Like in this clip when him talking about going to a recent protest with an unlicensed gun. This blows my mind.
There was a protest or riot in your area, and I remember you went there.
Well, I'm not that frail, and on top of that, dude, I fucking own guns and shit. Like, I literally went there with a fucking gun in a holster. I don't know if I can say this out loud, but like, I don't have a concealed weapons permit, but I don't really give a shit, dude. I have a gun, I have a holster, you know, I'm from fucking Utah. My family has guns, right? So, like, yeah, I just showed up with that shit and, like, underneath my jacket.
That was crazy that night. I really thought something bad was going to happen to you because you were showing videos of, like, helicopters above you and shit, cops everywhere.
Bro, I wasn't on the front lines or whatever, but I did see a police car on fire. Like, that's the most shit I saw, right? I mean, in truth, I don't know if this can even go on Storyfire, but I just want one day in my life for someone to give me an excuse to shoot them. Is that an extreme opinion? Probably. Bro, that was a late laugh, dude. People are gonna think I'm like George fucking Zimmerman or something. That was a joke, bro. Kind of. Bro,
and we'll see you next week. Make sure you subscribe for more.
Okay, so there's being edgy and there's acting like a psychopath that came from the short bus. Leafy has always said stupid things like this that got him in trouble. So it's time for all of us to admit Leafy has always been this dumb. You could say edgy things like this in 2016 where you can act like a fucking maniac and still not get banned unless you were extremely racist or something. But 2020 brought new standards of how hard you can insult someone, and all Leafy had to do was not be an idiot, and that's what got him in trouble. I mean, don't get me wrong, it really fucking sucks that commentary channels that criticize other people are at the mercy of a platform that judges them on whether or not they go too far, but I think we all knew something like this was coming. I mean, all this started when YouTube started demonetizing channels that weren't family friendly. And the next step is watching what you say and how far you insult someone. Because we don't want to hurt people's feelings. Even now, I sometimes get concerned that YouTube is going to punish me for talking about making some of my haters' moms' ass cheeks clap for me while I call their sons and tell them I'm making their moms twerk for me every time they make a negative comment. But I hope it never comes that far. Leafy's content of commentary with gameplay wasn't original on as a whole. People have been doing commentary videos since 2012 with Black Ops 2, with storytime gameplay, commentary videos, you know, stuff like that. There were even earlier commentary videos like PewDiePie that had one for 2010. Well, YouTubers like Leafy, H3H3, Pyrocynical, and so many other channels like them that basically did the same style of commentary channels with either gameplay or live footage, created this style of toxic commentary. This type of commentary showed that you didn't have to be a positive, crying little bitch like Markiplier playing shitty horror indie games to become successful on YouTube. You can be critical, talk bad about someone, or call out people that were doing something shitty like what iDips did to become A tier. But now, this type of content has stricter rules, and I'm going to be honest boys, it's probably going to become stricter. Hopefully it doesn't get to the point where you can't even criticize creators at all like they're in communist China, but you never know how YouTube could develop. But I do want to warn you boys ahead of time because there's a decent amount of people that have subscribed to me that may not have known of my old content, but I'm going back to my roots for another video soon, and I plan to go deep back into them. I've enjoyed making commentary videos, but it's time to mix things up and just the right way to make things interesting, and I plan to keep it that way. It's time to start messing with people again with content that's made to parody, troll, and most of all, make the people that know what's going on laugh at those who don't. As a message to the people who subbed to me before I made this content, don't take it seriously, please. I promise you it's not serious, don't overreact, but it is perfectly fine if you don't enjoy that type of content, and I will be making commentary videos still. But anyways, boys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.